Hello everyone, I'm Natalie and today I'm going to be talking about Virgo. So Virgo is the sixth sign of the zodiac. So Virgo rules over the sixth house. Virgo is actually a really important sign for astrology. They're ruled by Mercury, and cookbook astrology will say that Virgo rules over the negative side of Mercury. And Virgo isn't a bad sign. No sign is bad. But where Gemini rules the Mercury communication that is just happy and light and positive, Virgo is the more cynical communication because they just tell it like it is. They just think more realistically. They aren't just stuck in the clouds like Geminis. Virgo is an earth sign, so their communication, their Mercury communication is more down to earth, but it's just realistic communication. But Virgo is a mutable sign, and Virgos are so smart. I've never met a Virgo that wasn't highly intelligent. I really do think that Virgos just operate on like a different mental level than the rest of us. It's because their mind, it's earth thinking, and earth is practical, earth is logical, earth is resourceful. So any information that Virgos come across, they are able to make it some kind of common sense kind of logic, if that makes any sense. But Virgo is the mutable earth sign. So I think this is why Virgos are so intelligent, because all the mutable signs are able to see things that other people can't. But Virgo is like the open-minded earth sign. It's the opposite of Pisces, and where Pisces is just stuck in fantasies and dream worlds, Virgo is down to earth. Virgo is here. Virgo is now. Virgos live in the moment and they see what is happening in the moment right in front of them, and they take that and break it down and analyze it. Virgos are so analytical because Mercury is your mind. Mercury is how we process information. So Mercury is kind of calmed down in Virgos, like in the Virgo sun sign, or Mercury in Virgo, or Mercury in the sixth house. It's kind of brought back down to earth, and it's able to process things a bit slower. Doesn't mean that Virgos are slow, because they aren't. They can actually pick up on things really quickly, and they learn better through self-teaching. They are good at self-teaching. Virgos are always well-read. I feel like they know things about everything, and the way they talk and communicate is very passionate. It might not be clever and witty and exaggerative like Geminis, but there will be a very forceful earthiness kind of strength that they put to their words, because whatever they fucking say, they really believe it. The opinions that they form, they really have taken time to form them. They don't just, again, it's the opposite of Pisces. They don't just believe in everything. They are quick to analyze. They are quick to question things. They are quick to wonder, like, is that right? Is that accurate? What are the facts? What's the data? What is the evidence that is backing up this information? Virgos don't just take things and run with it. They like to think it through. Virgos are like the planners of the zodiac. They plan, they organize, they can sometimes even overthink things. I feel like Virgos live in their mind more than any sign, because everything that they think about, they don't just think about it. They break it down. They look at every single detail. And I think that's where we can go into challenges that Virgos have to face, is they're overthinking, they're overanalyzing everything. because they can't really stop thinking. And because Virgo rules the sixth house, and the sixth house is about health, it's about daily work, it's about daily routine. And it's not just health, like physical health, it's also mental health. So I feel like that's what Virgos try to do, is they try to keep their mind healthy, but they don't realize that sometimes their overthinking is what almost deteriorates their mind, because it's almost like they kind of expect the worst and see the worst in anything. That's why they're associated with the cynical side of Mercury. The reason why Virgo is so important is because the sixth house leads us to the second half of the zodiac. It's the last sign before we get to the seventh house, and the seventh house begins the upper half of your birth chart. But we can't get to the seventh house without Virgo. We can't actually function and maintain healthy relationships if we don't fix our sixth house, because the sixth house is about our own health. So that's why Virgo is important, because Virgo shows us how to take care of ourselves. But the thing is with Virgo is it's a service sign. Just like the partner sign Pisces, they say that Pisces is like the healers of the zodiac. And Virgo is also a healer. Pisces is more the spiritual healer. And Virgo is the physical healer, because it's earth, and earth is physical. Taurus begins the earth. Taurus is just like the actual ground. But Virgo is what is actually grown on the earth. And the earth can heal us. Everything that we get that nourishes our body is from the earth. So that's kind of how you can see Virgo, is we get everything that nourishes us and keeps us sane and keeps our brain functioning through Virgo. They come off as so self-assured, but I honestly feel like they have a harder time saying no than they let on, because Virgo wants to do things. Virgo wants to fix everything, because the way they see things and the way they process things, again, it's almost like they see the worst. So they see the problems that people overlook. They don't miss any details. They just have a keen eye for catching on to mistakes. And I think that's why they get that stereotype of being overly critical, because as soon as they see something, they want to see what's wrong with it, and they want to criticize it, and they want to fix it. It's really just because they want to fix things. They need to feel like things are in order around them, and they need to feel like things are running smoothly. They want to do that, and that's why they are a very giving sign. It might not be emotional, because I think that they are more just about fixing things. Like if you have a problem, okay, how can you fix it? That's how Virgos think. They're not just like, oh, let's just cry about it. No, let's do something to fix it. And I think Virgos can actually be really good therapists almost, even if they don't go into that field. They can give really good advice and insights, and they can see things that maybe you missed, because Virgos really don't miss anything. They don't miss any details. Their advice is just more what you need to hear rather than what you want to hear. So it might not always be something that will make you happy. They're not going to butter you up. They're going to tell you the truth. A lot of really creative, talented people are Virgos too, because they have a lot of interests, and they like to delve deep and analyze their interests and learn more that way, by figuring out all the little intricacies and all the little problems of it and seeing ways they can fix that. And that's why Virgo is represented by the Virgin. They say that Virgo is the heaven-sent angel that has come here to give and heal. And Virgos are very selfless in that way. They want to help people in ways that other people aren't helping others. When I think of Virgo, I think of community service type of stuff. Not that like all Virgos go out and do community service and things like that, but that's the kind of giving and caregiving that I'm talking about when I talk about Virgos, is like, let me give you food to nourish you, let me give you medicine to heal you, let me give you my advice to solve your problems. But the thing with Virgo is they get so wrapped up in trying to fix everything around them that they don't realize that maybe it's them that needs to be fixed. Virgos have a hard time looking at themselves because they are so stuck in the moment and in reality, that where Pisces, all they do is live in that subconscious world, Virgo, it's like they don't have access to that. So it's like they don't know how to solve their own problems. They can solve everyone else's, but when it comes to their own needs, they get stuck. So even though it's hard for Virgos, maybe try putting yourself first every once in a while. And rather than immediately saying yes to someone, not that you have to be a bitch, maybe just take care of yourself in the ways that you take care of everyone else, because sometimes it's just all in your head. It's all your own issues that have to be fixed, and you can't fix anyone else until you help yourself. That's just the way of the world. It's okay to need help, and it's okay to admit that you don't have it all figured out. Virgos always want to be the sign that has everything together and is like perfect and nothing's messy and nothing's wrong, and that's why they are the sign that's known for like OCD, because they'll need to like organize and clean everything around them, when really it's just an anxiety within them that they are not healthy. And I'm talking about like mentally healthy. The body part that rules Virgo is their stomach. And that's why health is very important to Virgos, and it should be very important to Virgos, because they have a natural anxious energy, like a nervous and tense energy. And when they get too anxious, their stomach can start acting up, and they could have problems with certain foods or digestion. And Virgo is also kind of paranoid, so I feel like they can kind of bring on those health issues themselves because they are so paranoid of getting them, and they are always wanting to be like super healthy, and they're just so focused on how their environment and their body can be the healthiest and can be the best and the most perfect. But once you are able to work on yourself and are able to process your own mind and your own needs and your own insecurities and your own incapabilities, and just accept it, you are able to fix it and fix yourself and actually be perfect in the way that you want to be. No one is perfect, so Virgos, quit trying to strive for perfection, because it just doesn't exist. But you can be perfect in your own way, and for you, in a way that is healthy for you, and in ways that keep your mind stable. And when you do that, everything around you will just fall into place, and everything around you will run smoothly, and everything around you will be ordered in a way that you can function in a way that you can thrive in. So that is your Virgo sun sign, and thank you for watching.